today we'll be making a fabric basket. So you can put anything you like in it. So what you're going to be needing is our about 1.5 yards or possibly 2 yards of fabric. I just had scrap fabric around. Then you're going to be making a pattern, or we're doing this by hand. You're going to need a 6.5 by 9 piece of pattern and a 10.5 by 12.5. You could also do this by taking a ruler and making your own you could just cut it straight from the fabric. Alright, so for the smaller pieces, the 6.5 by 9, you're going to be cutting 2 pieces out of your fabric for this. So this is 9 by 6.5. And then for the main part of your basket, you're going to need a 10.5 by 12.5, and you're going to need to cut 2 of these out. Alright, and you're also going to be needing some pins, an ironing board or an ironing mat, and an iron, and a sewing machine with thread that matches. Okay, let's begin. What you do is you're going to take one of your side parts of your basket, the smaller side, and you're going to take this edge and you're going to line it up with this edge up here, like so. And then you're going to place a pin here, here, and here, and you're only going to sew this edge here and this edge here. You're going to leave this unsewn here. You're going to sew this at a 1/2 seam. Where mine is where the sewing foot matches up with the edge of my fabric. So you're going to do this, sew at a 1/2 seam. So you're only going to sew this side and leave this side open. So now that you've got it sewed, you're going to pull right sides out. So we're just going to flip her out like this. Now that you've got your right sides out, it'll look something like this. And you're going to repeat the same steps for your second side piece, and then we'll take you to the next step. What you're going to do now is you're going to take your end pieces and you're going to fold them in half like this, and you're going to take a pin and you're going to find the center. So you're going to stick the pin in and then open it back up and poke it back through and find the center. And you're going to do this to your other end side piece. We're taking our bigger piece of fabric. You're going to take the 12.5 side, and we're going to fold the center. We're going to try to find the center of this. So we're going to fold it in half like the other one, and you're going to place a pin at the top and bottom center of this. We're going to take our side pieces and you're going to mark we marked the center at the top, but we actually have to mark the center at the opened end of our fabric. And you're going to take the center of that and you're going to match it to the center of the pin we made in our larger piece. So you're going to place that on top, and then you're going to pin here, here, and here. So we're matching our centers from the side piece to the larger piece. So the centers of the centers. So you're taking the center of the smaller piece and the center of the larger piece, and you're matching them in the center. What you're going to do is you're going to base stitch along our side seam to attach this. And what that is long stitching. So you're just going to make long stitches. You're going to do this to both of your side pieces. And then the next step is to take our bigger piece, and you're going to cover the top here, matching the corners and all that. Place this on top of your other pieces where it has the side panel sewn, and you're going to pin all the way around, and you're going to sew all the way around at a 1/2 seam, and you're going to leave a space open on the side that doesn't have the panels. So Mine's about roughly 2 inches that I left open. So you're going to start at one end, go all the way around, and stop at the other end. Add 1/2 inch seam allowance. The next step is to cut your corners diagonally. Be careful not to cut into the stitching. And then you're going to pull right sides out. So you're going to find your opening. So you're just going to pull everything through this hole. You're just going to stuff it like this. Place pins where your opening is, and you can either hand sew this together or you could take the machine and sew this closed. So you're going to sew that closed, and then you're going to press this all the way around so that it lays flat, and then I'll take you. Step is to take your longer end and your short end. So this is the side piece here, and this is the long piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to make it, you're going to match the corners, the crease here, and then you're going to pin this together, and then I'll show you what that looks like pinned. This is your side piece, and then this is the longer side of your basket here. So you're going to sew from here to here at your 1/2 seam, or you could hand sew this, or you could do it by machine. And you're going to do that to the remainder of the rest of your 3 sides. And so you'll have something that looks like this. Alright, now next you're going to fold down the flap that's sticking up, and you're going to sew it down, like you're going to stretch it out like this, and you're going to sew it down, and then you're going to repeat the same steps for your other side, and then your basket is done. If you really think this basket is sort of flimsy, you can add interfacing to it when you first make it. I chose not to, because you don't have to, but if you feel that this is too flimsy, you can add interfacing to this. Alright, I hope you make this fabric basket, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and I